Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to another episode of Top Tier Talk. Unfortunately, it's not a Premier League action-packed week this week because we had that stupid winter break that they've come up with. So it is only the Arsenal game, but it will be an action-packed episode. So Elliot, take it away. Arsenal picking up 3 points against Crystal Palace.
That's right, man. 5-0 win against them. Do you know what it is? Yeah, I'm pretty happy. As I say, like anyone's happy about 5-0 win against anyone in the Premier League, but it's kind of water under a bridge, in my opinion, like that. I think like a win like that is kind of similar to a win that we got like against Nottingham Forest a couple of years ago when we kind of should have got some points against some spooky teams back then, but didn't. And then all of a sudden, when we didn't need to win, all of a sudden we started winning like 5-6-0 against the Forest and everything like that. And okay, great, we got 3 points. That's fantastic. But why couldn't we do that against like the Fulhams and West Hams that we had like about a month ago or something like that? Like, what's made us drop off? But look, on the positive, look, yeah, great, 5-0. Martinelli come on, by the way, boys, and got raced towards the end. I just want to let you know
They stat padding them.
that didn't yet, but still, he got his two
No
goals.
pressure. He gets a couple goals in it above Enzo Fernandez. Is that his
Where
level?
does where does
Yeah,
that
so
put
yeah,
him?
so I want you to bring out that stat again against Inter here. But
I think he's one up. From a winger. It's terrible.
no, he's been up.
Where does that
But
put him
anyway,
against Pedro this season?
To be fair, he's over. Do you know Martinelli? I think he's scored like 4 league goals. He's overperforming his XG,
yeah,
which just means
exactly.
the guy never gets a chance. I don't know what that's more of a reflection of your own team rather than him. But yeah, strange stat.
Even still, to be fair, like I think Crystal Palace is a weird one as well because I think everyone's kind of realizing that Palace are kind of that team now. They've lost Zaha and Elise's not really performing as well. It's that they're kind of like the Sheffield United of the league as well. Do you know what I mean? They're kind of
It's
like
that
an easy
banner.
team to
It's
go
like
back.
there was a whole banner of the away fans did a whole banner and Roy Hodgson. There was a just panned on him, just looking at it, and it was like no direction or some stuff like that.
That's what I'm
Like
saying. Like because obviously Selhurst Park, maybe like a year or two ago, was actually quite a hard place to go to. You'd actually go there and go, crap, like we'd actually go well to get a draw there. But all of a sudden, we've got 2 wins there last 2 times we played. I think most of the big six have also got loads of points there as well. So it's quite easy to get a few points off them now.
Just on a topic, I did see that tweet and someone replied to that picture, but there's no way you can read that banner. Is an old man. Like it was like it was a cold photo, but he's not reading that. But also no, on the topic of obviously what Elliot said with Palace, like Selhurst Park was not an easy place to go. It was always seen as like the fiercest fans and the fans are really close to the pit. All of the sort of cliches you can put onto a stadium, it was that. Um, but no, in terms
It's
of
severely dropped off, isn't it?
But to be
I've
fair, you got to think of it, man. There's like they had like a little like a project manager in Vieira, and then obviously he didn't go to
Yeah.
plan, and they got Hodgson in. But then they stuck with Hodgson, who's like a fuss one. Like he should be retiring right now.
Yeah.
But,
I think obviously seeing him at Watford, just to digress, he is probably one of the worst managers I've seen. And obviously, everyone's well aware that we've had a lot of managers in our time. He, in my time at least, obviously he's I'm saying up there with the worst. Top two,
I
and
just
he's
want
not
he's done
second.
a job at Palace. He's kept them up.
he's done
That
all right,
he's
yeah.
done it again.
But
So
he's
for
he's
Palace,
dropping off again. But
mm,
the thing is, I just wanted to like expand on Arsenal's point of view now. Because obviously, as you say, we were pretty much the only team other than Sheffield, but also just wanted to talk about Liverpool. Liverpool beating bit Bournemouth 4-0. 3 points, great. Obviously, I think we're drawing with Man City, even though they have a game in hand now. I think Liverpool go to 48 points when we've got 43, so they're 5 points ahead.
Yeah.
Um, Tough now, as I say, because like when I mentioned earlier, when we would basically had the West Hams and Fulhams, where basically we should be maybe even getting a draw or win against those sort of teams, and we didn't. We could have been drawing on points against the likes of Liverpool at this moment in time with the same games in hand. Because Man City, whoever they've got next, more than likely will probably win because they've got De Bruyne back and everyone like that. I think we've got Liverpool at home next fixture as well, which will be a very tough thing. But it's very nice that we don't have Salah against us this time because he's at
that's true.
AFCON.
But then you see Jota and Nunes.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. I
I
was
think
about to
they're
say
attacking.
Salah's gone, but it's
They're
still
attacking.
it's like subbing your S tier player for an A tier player. Like he's still
Mm.
equally like up there as a
But
good
the
like.
levels is just a smaller drop off than like for
That's what I'm
example,
saying. It's
when
still
you
it's
drop
still hard to
Saliba
defend
to
against.
holding,
But
isn't it?
but I'm pretty. Do you know what? I think that'll be a good game as well because now it's at the Emirates as well. Hopefully, we'll have a bit of juju going into this game where we'll be able to go right. This is payback for knocking us out like the FA Cup. This is payback for beating us at Anfield, well,
No
drawing at
pressure on you
Anfield.
guys, isn't it? That's why you
It's,
guys
it's no pressure, but it'd be nice to kind
no,
of
no pressure
continue
on you.
what we did last
The
year as
league's done,
well when
isn't
we
it? The
beat them.
league's done, which is why you performed at Palace now. The pressure's gone down a bit, so that's
Do
why.
you see what I mean? Yeah, because there was no pressure. We smacked Palace. Now we've got pressure against Liverpool. We could
Could
drop off.
crumble.
Who
Yeah.
We've
knows?
also
Yeah.
got a week off as well, obviously with it being FA Cup this weekend. Arteta's got the
That's true. That's a big
He's got
point.
tactics, planning,
time.
strategies. He's got everything under his boot. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm quite happy to go into this game at home to Liverpool with no Salah. So look, we'll see. But yeah,
I
I
think
was
that's
going to mention, you mentioned Liverpool. That game wasn't a bit of a joke because Bournemouth have been very good this season. Iraola's people talk about him being manager of the season, even though that's a stretch. But I was going to ask a question on theme with that. There was a player who has now scored 10 goals and assisted 10. If you've seen the stat, first
Yeah.
player to do that in all competitions, a Premier League player. Who's that player?
Darwin.
Darwin Núñez, yeah.
is it?
Of the first player to do it, the first player to get 10 goals and 10 assists out of all the Premier League players this season. And it just shows like he misses so many chances, but there's something there waiting
Well,
to
I just-
explode.
Just
My-
there.
my-
He's a good. He knows where to be. It's like
My-
anything.
my-
It doesn't matter.
I was going to say my outlandish shout at the start of the season was Darwin was going to get 15 goals. Obviously, for him to be on
I don't
10
know about
in
how many
January,
Prem goals he has done, but yeah, that was in
Yeah,
all
that could be
competitions.
relative.
10-10.
I'm gonna check that because it could be like because he could stat pad in your Europa League.
Yeah,
For
but
that.
yeah.
probably
Well,
has.
true,
but
but there are other players playing in a lot of competitions as well. So it just if Nunes continues, he just never finds consistency. But if he did, he needs the clinical likeness of Jota. Jota's so good
Seven
when
and
it comes
Joy
to
is
in around the box.
fantastic. Yeah.
Brilliant
7 and
player.
6, and he's sick at FIFA, 30-0 in foot champs. Weren't he back in the
Fucking
Yeah.
hell, yeah.
He's got it all, isn't he?
Also, the way the Sky commentators went about that game, talking about Salah as if, and they were talking about the Liverpool attack as if it's like some youth. That's a lot of money. Nunes, Jota, and it's still like it's not like they're young players coming up. Yeah, there's still like a bunch of money they spent on these players, so they should be winning either, and that's like the reverse argument. But yeah, they're doing well for a team in the title race. Someone I saw a tweet said that they are the best team in the world since that Xhaka tackle at Anfield when Liverpool were 2-0 down to Arsenal. Xhaka woke Liverpool, and since then they've been amazing.
And they've only
Is it all
lost.
Xhaka's fault? Is it all Xhaka's fault?
So I also saw another tweet. It was a Liverpool fan, and they said that they've only lost one game this season. That was to Spurs with that whole controversial VAR decision.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Yeah." They said that he's just going to claim Invincibles if they
You
if they
can't
only
claim
lose the
that.
one game.
Liverpool fans are idiots, but
You can't.
yeah.
I don't mind Liverpool. I prefer Liverpool to United and Arsenal, to be fair. So I actually wouldn't mind them winning the league.
Because we're that
I was
big.
going to say one more thing. I think there was a lot of complaints about Bournemouth fans about a tackle on a Liverpool player, and the whole thing about it's corrupted against
Was
us.
that-
Like, we can all agree now. There's no corruption against anyone. They are just bad referees. No one
horrible.
had. There's no
Yes.
agenda against one club. Every club, and I thought one club that was corrupt was Man City when it came to referees. Even they've had some bad decisions, less, but they've had bad decisions. So I think it's just a generally low
Luck of the
IQ
draw.
referee. Yeah.
It's just referees are generally terrible. Whatever they get taught in that dressing room for 2 days on their course is terrible.
Should we just all become referees? It's like the easiest job in England, really, isn't it? You can get
Yeah, we'll fly. We'll have flying colours.
You can
I
get
think
your
all you need to do is 1 minute background check down on me, and you know exactly where I can't referee.
Search all the videos.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some clips out there which of us slating us
We're all-
referees.
Not even that, but we're not allowed to referee our clubs. Like we'd be banned.
Yeah, it's fine. Watford don't win any
Um,
games anyway. No one can help them.
I guess another talking point was obviously Brentford winning and Ivan Toney coming back and scoring. So I guess what
Cheating,
comeback
moving the
for him,
moving the
isn't
ball
it?
for the free kick. Cheating
Yeah.
again. He's going to
No,
get
I
caught
thought that
out.
was clever. I
If
think
he can get away
that's
with
up
it.
to the referee. Yeah, that's very smart. You do
Yeah,
it.
everyone
down
does
to
it.
win.
So it's the same as
Yeah.
I suppose moving 10 yards for a
Don't get me
free
wrong.
kick,
If that
isn't it?
happened to
No,
us,
it's the
I'd
same
be
as-
human as well. I'd be so angry if that happened to me.
Dan, it's the same as betting. Some things get you a 7-month ban, some you just get away with. So here we are. He's brilliant though, Tony. If you watch his all-round game, it's not just how he scores goals. Everything
Position.
he does, he is genuinely a 100 million pound striker. It's just he needs to play a few games now, and then people will agree more. But he's
He's
got
been
everything he
training.
needs.
He's been training all this
Yeah.
time, though, isn't he?
He hasn't lost anything.
Arsenal got a week and a half to sign him, are they?
There's no way.
We're not signing him in January.
Not-
No,
not
I don't think
after
we'll sign
him scoring
anyone.
the
I
other
don't know
day.
what's going on, but
Are United?
Yeah, same El. Nothing's happening.
yeah, I don't think
For us,
it's,
for us as well.
Amir, have you signed anyone? I don't think
anyone has signed him.
no one signed anyone.
Some
have they?
14-year-old from Brazil or somewhere, but no one actually.
No, that's irrelevant. You
Yeah,
recalled someone, Amir, I believe. You
Yeah,
recalled a
the
player from
Leicester-
alone, yeah.
The Leicester Italian player we had.
Oh,
like-
and
Why is that?
Cassidy.
I don't know. He's back in the squad. Maybe
Apparently, he was crap at Leicester. From what I've seen of them, he looks.
I heard it was
okay.
good. Which is the complete
But
opposite.
A lot of people, I don't know whether it was just that's Chelsea fans hyping him up. A lot, obviously, on my Twitter timeline, like Championship fans were saying that he wasn't doing well. If you look at like Leicester's midfield, Who am I thinking of? Dewsbury Hall. He's been chipping in. It seems like with a lot more goals, been a lot
Tom
more
Lawrence.
influential.
Oh, so it's Dewsbury
Um,
Hall.
He's such a meme.
but yeah, but he is a meme, and he is ex-Luton as well. But bless him, I don't mind him. But I suppose that carries us on to, you know what, Amir, start with you. You've got a midweek game. You are currently
Yeah,
1-0 down to
listen,
Middlesbrough.
big game.
If we lose to Middlesbrough, I'm Poch out.
Really?
That's the.
Can we have that in writing, please?
That's
Is
so
it
stupid.
Can we put this up? Hold a sign up. Mir
Hold
is
the
Poch
sign
out
up.
if-
Listen, it's on. I will
if-
be Poch out if we lose to Middlesbrough and don't make the Carabao, not even win the Carabao Cup. If we don't make that final, I'm Poch out. Easy.
There's no shame in losing to Middlesbrough. They're not like Newport or
Why
like
don't you
a
lose
League
to-
One team.
Why don't you lose to Middlesbrough then, bro?
I think.
We've done worse.
I think.
We've
I
done
think.
worse.
You know, I mean,
embarrassing.
I think they beat us. Amir, they're still a good side.
But that's not a good marker, is it?
Yeah, what?
Well,
Yeah.
then,
What kind of an argument is that? They beat us. Oh right, yeah. Watford's the
The
benchmark.
thing is, I mean, you can't be Poch because realistically, Poch is going to have Liverpool in the final. So even going out now doesn't really change much. You're
Well,
losing
it
the final.
does
Maybe.
because
Gonna
we
lose on
shouldn't be
pens.
to the championship side, and we shouldn't be making it to the final at least. 100%.
The thing
Yeah,
is,
but, I mean,
though,
have you not been
I don't
playing
think
like a
we're-
championship side in the last, like even before Poch?
Sorry.
You've been playing like a championship side even before Poch came. Your stats,
That's
your
just
points.
Not in the,
No,
not in the,
even your
this
points. No, across the calendar
Year, yeah, but the,
2023,
that's
and even
relative
before.
last year. This year we bought a lot of players as well. Relative.
Yes,
The thing is, though, is let's say for example, worst comes to worst, you do lose against Middlesbrough and you're
Then I'm
basically
Poch
out of the
out.
Carabao. Yeah,
I'll-
okay, yeah. But following on to that, does that mean season's done? That's it, complete write off. You don't care about the
We're
rest.
still in the FA Cup until we lose to Aston Villa, and yeah,
That's on Friday. The season could be over by Friday.
Is the season over if you lose both of them then?
To be fair, it might not be. If we
That's-
get a European spot, I guess it'll be okay. But what
But
What
in
do you
your
think
eyes-
is going to happen, by the way, in terms of Poch? If you were to lose to Middlesbrough, do you actually think the club will sack
I don't
him?
think they'll sack him, but I don't think there's a good argument for him staying on. I think they're going to review him at the end of the season, but a lot more.
What if you lose to Villa? You're right. I mean, it would be disaster if you lost to Middlesbrough on Friday. You play Villa 3 days later. You lose that. Surely
I
he
feel
gets
like
sacked.
the Middlesbrough loss will be much worse on dampening on him because if we lose to Middlesbrough, it was embarrassing losing the first leg, and I'm lucky I wasn't Poch out then. But if we don't come out, and I do think we'll win. If we don't win that, yeah, Poch out, we'll clip it.
but was it? Correct me if I'm
You
wrong.
said
We might have been on. It could have been another club, but when obviously you had, it was like just before Christmas, we're like, and you had like a run of like easier games, and it was a case of you were like, we need to start picking up points, or he would get sacked. Was that you or was that Chavez? I can't remember who it was.
Probably
No,
everyone.
I
both.
still.
Probably,
Probably
it could well
both.
have, it could well have been both to be fair. But yeah,
Doesn't
it's
matter.
like it seems
Not
too
been bad in the
close
not
to
been bad in the
then lose more important games. Do you know what I mean? Like he's gone, he's steady.
I think you'll win
got
it,
to a
man.
point, and then
I think we'll win. That's why
Yeah, I think it's irrelevant in the end.
it does
We'll
seem
see.
like
I mean,
it does seem like a game that they'll just go and win like 3 or 4-0.
Stamford Bridge was really good last time you played. Was it the one where we popping?
And then we'll
And
be in the final. We've achieved more than what Arteta has in the last 2 years.
Still, it's there. Do you see? He's still bringing us into it.
But it's true though. You were given arm and a leg last season to win or even be in the final for the Carabao Cup. But obviously, you're focusing on the
Nah,
Prem.
not
to be
fast, not
fair,
fast.
Community
Yeah,
Shield,
bigger
I suppose,
things.
is a final.
Community Shield is a plate. It's not a trophy. It's a plate.
Still a trophy.
It's a cup. It's a final.
It's a plate. It's a plate for
Yeah,
charity.
but we still won the
It's
final.
having
Get it?
dinner at Wembley.
Yeah,
Just
you
have
have
dinner at home.
literally. I bet
Honest-
after
Yeah.
roast dinner on that plate afterwards, isn't it?
Just
So-
upset.
Right, Amir, finish Chelsea off. I suppose you're going to beat Borough. Villa, you said you're going to lose to Villa.
Nothing will beat Villa.
You reckon you
I
beat Villa?
would-
Yeah,
I think,
is it?
Yeah, I think they'll.
I actually think they will.
I don't think
It's-
they'll put their. Obviously, I think our second team's
The home or
probably
away?
It's home. They're at
Yeah,
Stamford
we're
Bridge
home.
now
We're
all
home,
week.
yeah.
It's good.
We're home, yeah. I think we'll beat them, and I think if we get far in both domestic competitions, wins a big win for us. A good season. If we win
Bring some
one,
of the women. Bring some of the women from Chelsea team in. Bring Sam Kerr up top. Be
Lauren
alright.
James. No, I think
Yeah.
Lauren James has got the most amount of goals out of anyone at Chelsea this season, isn't she?
that's fantastic, isn't it? It's great. She plays more than her brother at least. She should replace her brother in the first team.
You can give
I
her
don't know how
brother a
she's-
hamstring.
I don't know how she'd fare at right back.
I
But
think it'd be great.
well, you never know. Yeah, just as Elliot said, just Frankenstein it. Just cut a leg off and give it to Reece.
As I said, I'll be Poch out. So if next week you want to ask me my stance on Poch, you'll have a yes or no.
And then Chavez, obviously, no Carabao Cup for you because who did you get knocked out to? Just out of curiosity.
He doesn't remember, man.
I don't even remember, to be honest. Did we play some? Oh no. Wait, that's a good question.
Who did you get
Did
knocked
we lose
out
to
to?
Was that Forest?
It might have
Wait,
been.
no, I'm checking. I'm checking. Give me a
It
second.
happened
Oh,
so fucking long ago.
Newcastle.
That was
It happened
Newcastle.
so long ago.
It's because
Oh,
we've
yeah. Oh, it
been
was only a
bumped
few weeks ago,
multiple
wasn't it?
times since then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be
And
worse.
we lost 3-0.
Oh, who did you get knocked out to? Just while we're on the topic.
What
West
in the
Ham.
FA Cup?
No,
West
no,
Ham.
League Cup.
West
It
Ham.
was
West
a
Ham?
it was a league. It was no,
West
it
Ham.
was
It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
It was
We
West Ham.
just so you can get one more laugh in. We got knocked out the first round of Stevenage on pens.
I remember that.
And that's the level, mate. To be fair, whenever I
Mm.
hear you guys and how depressed you are, like it makes me think like I should
I'm
be
not
a bit more
depressed.
grateful. No, I should be more grateful about my club than being in Watford's position.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Isn't your owner like got
Pozzo's under it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
prison as well, bro?
Well,
Like, come on.
I'll try and deep dive into that, but Chavez, take the spotlight, please, before my
Yeah, so
owner gets out.
even when Man United don't play, there's stuff happening. And to be honest, I think a lot of things will happen now in the next 6 months because we've got new ownership and they're already doing things. The first one being what I love about this is no one even knew about this. This was very old school. This was like how Ozil signed for Arsenal, which just happened. Omar Barada, who we've seen clips. I feel like he's been in All or Nothing.
Such a shame this Man United had Ozil.
But
Ozil.
but yeah, look, it was very nice to see something that I love Fabrizio and it's great what he does, but in one element he has ruined football. Football's not the same anymore. Like a big transfer isn't really that exciting. That dopamine goes away before it even happens. So to have this dopamine, I know it's a CEO, but it's just nice to see football people around the club because this guy he went to City for 2016, won everything, and then before that he was at Barcelona for 8 years. So it's not like he's not. He's a footballing person, and I even said like, even if you guys were in the Man United board, I'd be excited because you're footballing people. You have something to do with football. We've not had that. We've had people with experience in the fashion industry. America is crazy for us. So this is a good step in the right direction. The next thing will be us getting a training ground that is better than the one we have. Hopefully, we don't look like a bottom tier club because I have to say some clubs like even Leicester have really nice infrastructure around the club, and we don't. So this will be good. In terms of actual football, we have Newport next. One thing I will say is if Bayenda, our Turkish goalkeeper, does not play that game, he should leave the club. Just hand in a transfer request. I don't care where Onana is. I don't care if Cameroon get knocked out tomorrow because it looks very likely that they are. Even if they win, they might be out. I don't care. Onana shouldn't play that game. We need to try this goalkeeper out. I have no fear that if Onana doesn't play, we'll go out.
Okay.
No, I mean, it's tomorrow. Cameroon will be knocked out tomorrow. They could even win tomorrow. They're in a situation where even if they win, they could be out to goal difference. So they've not done well. Onana's not done well, by the way. He's not had a good AFCON. He's just been running about giving instructions during games. I don't know what he's doing, but in the meantime, he's ruined his relationship with the
crosses, isn't it?
Yeah, he's ruined his relationship with the country's president. So he's done a great job. Anyways, aside from that, yeah, this next game is just Newport. I mean, what can I say about that? I want to see kids get given a chance. Some players that we haven't really seen. So we will see. We've been loaning out players as well. Hugo went to Burton. He was a good striker. Dan, you may know him. I think Watford could have taken him. I don't know if you need a striker.
We've just sold one.
Dan Gore, another very technical player. I don't know why he's gone to League One. I think he's gone to like Port Vale. Could have gone to Watford. I always look at Watford because I know them better. And does that player have the ability to start with Watford? I think he could have. Jadon Sancho is doing brilliantly in
come back to
Bundesliga, found his level. Good to see, and hopefully he never comes back again. Typical Man United.
Do you not think
his price goes up, isn't it? So you can just get more resale value out of him at this point.
I really hope that's the plan, and it's not just for him to outlast Ten Hag because that would be a shambles.
If he comes back and goes out on loan again, that's kind of the plan. But you said with playing the kids and whatever, do you not think there's a massive risk? Obviously, I know is it your under 18s or under 21s or something, beat City the other day, but do you not think there's a risk? Obviously, Newport are going to be up for it. And they're going to be. I'm guessing they're going to go for their first starting 11.
I'm looking up their league right now. What league is this team? League Two, Dan. By the way, good thing you mentioned our under 18s. They're 100% this year. I feel like we could play them and they'd win. We have the best under 18s team in the Premier League right now. But like, it's clear, unbeaten. So, I don't care. I don't. I think this is a vibe. Do you know? I will go out and say. Imagine we go out now, but I will go out and say this is the freest win you will ever see Man United get. Maybe since Tranmere when we won 6-0 and Harry Maguire scored a long shot. since then, this is the easiest game we've had.
Yeah, that's a
we're
couple.
through.
You had Tranmere in
We're
there
right
last
through.
or something. That was terrible. You had an easy run.
Yeah.
But I suppose onto anything else, I suppose, onto us
Yeah.
quickly, as Elliot touched on. Yeah, Gino's apparently looking at 12 years in prison for something that isn't actually related to Watford.
Crazy.
I think
how we all talked about football and he's just gone straight to prison.
straight to prison. Yeah, at least Prison FC are going to have an owner of some sort. Yeah, it was had to do with like money laundering in Spain.
I thought it was tax not being paid, unpaid taxes.
Yeah, the whole it's starting to do with money. The issue is, like, if does the dad take over because there is like, was he involved somewhere down the line? Are we just going to have to get sold because people are looking at investing in us? It was Warner Brothers, now it's some random American that wants to make us sort of part of a group. Yeah, Warner Brothers were looking at taking us over.
Well,
was brilliant.
That's so random.
Warner Brothers, you know.
They've got a fair amount of money. So if it was them,
Don't you want like a footballing kind of mind?
I'll take money at this
That
point.
will take fucking anyone. Watford will take any single body.
Is there not like
whatsoever.
is there not a rich Watford fan out there? Like, you know,
Elton John.
we got
Elton John.
lucky. We had SJL.
Oh,
Why
John
isn't
ain't got
he-
enough for Watford, is he?
Yeah, well, I'd like to think so. Just take a curiosity. I reckon. Yeah,
Get
Elton
culture
John-
force in.
Nah,
What if he took a Saudi lot? Imagine Saudi ownership and they just start signing Mbappe.
I'll turn a blind eye to see Mbappe.
Wow. So all your morals will go out.
I haven't got any morals.
There's no morals left with Watford.
This is the club that employed Troy Deeney after.
You're no
being in
different from
prison.
Jordan Henderson than I am. Terrible.
It's the same footballing ability.
Oh yeah, opinions on Troy Deeney getting sacked by was it?
Oh, Troy Deeney.
Yeah.
Maybe the worst manager like in the world right now.
Oh,
It's quite
He's
ironic.
terrible.
He was part of the dressing room that had so many managers sacked, and then he goes into a managerial job and then gets sacked himself. It's like, so has this come full circle?
I feel bad for anyone who has to play under him.
As a
Oh
player,
yeah.
legend. But obviously there was a lot of
No,
for us. Also did score one of the most iconic goals in English football history. So that will always stay with him. But as a manager, no, it's not a great look, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know why you're rolling
Did you
your
guys
eyes.
see the interview?
He got suspended
see his
for like
interview?
4 or 5 games in. Nah, I didn't see it.
He was
What happened?
Dan. He was going in on a player. Like
Yeah.
I've never seen a manager
It was,
rip a player apart the way he did. It's so bad.
It was that. Oh, I forgot what his name is. I was gonna say Norton
was-
Cuffy, but it wasn't.
Like he was openly saying his name.
It
and
was
just,
the
like,
it was the one that missed the penalty against Luton in the playoff final. I think he's a bit salty about that. I think it's something he
Yeah.
turned around to him and went, like he was one kick away from being a Premier League player. Now he wouldn't even fit in the National League or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, just keep it in the dressing room.
Don't do too much.
I suppose, yeah.
I'm sure he'll be on some podcast soon, just talking about like victimizing himself. I'm sure.
Troy, you're welcome on here if you're gonna watch this. We'll tweet it to him. You're welcome on here.
I probably will, mate. Get him a
he needs a platform to talk about the absolute abuse he received at Forest Green. Abuse.
Yeah.
But
So,
yeah. And the
Anything else,
discussion, I suppose.
I guess another thing for me was obviously you brought up Ian Maddison with a great assist. I mean, imagining what he did if he actually played for Chelsea as well. So, yeah, it's not good, is it? But,
Well, you look at him in the champ last year, set the world on fire at Burnley. I think he should have been given some sort of game time at Chelsea, especially when you're not playing well.
yeah.
Emil, a quick question, because you said you might sack Poch. Let's say if you did, is Thomas Tuchel the next man to take Chelsea to the top?
I'd do anything.
Get
for
Troy
another
Deeney in
Thomas
at Chelsea.
Thomas
Bring
Tuchel.
back.
Oh, guys, Jose Mourinho got sacked as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
why?
yeah. They sacked their best manager in their history
Yeah, why? Why did they do that?
because they're not doing well in the league. But it's poor. They should stop on.
It's bad that, yeah.
Great manager he is. I mean,
He
should we
won't
do
come
that
back to you
quickly?
then.
Top 5 managers of all time. Let's see if
I was
we do
about
it.
to say that. I was about to say that.
Who's top?
This is my 5. I'll go from
You
5
do
down
your
to 1.
5. Go on.
So
time.
all time. This will be Wenger at number 5, Ancelotti number 4,
Yeah.
Mourinho number 3,
Okay.
Pep number 2, and Ferguson number 1.
I'd be inclined.
Is there
to
anything
put
you
Pep
disagree there?
first. I'd
I'm not putting Pep first anymore. Remember, I used to put Pep first. The only reason I'm not doing that is because there's a pattern of behaviour now. If it was, fine, corruption at Barcelona, it's corruption at Man City as well. So I don't agree with his achievements.
no, I think in terms of his, yes, he's had the best players wherever he's been, whether it's Bayern, Barca, City, and he's had the money. And it almost, people would like slate Mourinho for being a checkbook manager. But if you look at Pep's style of play, the start from the back, work from the goalkeeper, sign a goalkeeper that can distribute the ball, and work from your goalkeeper defense up. He like teams in sort of League Two all the way down to like Sunday League try and replicate that now. He's completely changed how English football's played.
Who?
Pep.
I mean,
Completely
there's a lot of
changed.
managers we're missing that wasn't our era.
You could do
like
Bob
Bill
Paisley
Shankly
in
and stuff.
wasn't
Yeah,
it?
there
Yeah,
were managers before like
Well,
that.
yeah,
Also,
from my
Johan
experience.
Cruyff.
This is my top 5 from what I
isn't this
watched.
supposed to be the Cruyff? Do you disagree? I agree with your top three. I agree with Sir Alex, Pep, and then Mourinho. I'm trying to think fourth.
I think Johan Cruyff, potentially. There's in the AC Milan days, Sachi was dominating. There's a lot of managers we haven't seen as well. I guess that.
What about Zidane?
Yeah,
Just
the
in
only
terms of like,
my top
okay.
5, my top 5 were the ones I've pretty much grown up with, like
Yeah.
the 2000s onwards. So that's why you could include like Bob Paisley is like the Liverpool manager back when he did that.
Yeah.
So it's up to you. But that's mine.
I think I would put Klopp fifth. I would put Klopp ahead of Wenger.
That's poor, in my opinion.
No, because
Why? It is a good debate. Why?
Wenger didn't win a European trophy with Arsenal or with any club,
He didn't
right?
win a European trophy, so just a little gold shiny one apparently.
So I don't think he can be top. I know again he didn't have a good board. They didn't really back him like every other club. But
No,
Klopp
yeah, it's your
won
opinion.
the
It's your
Champions
opinion.
League.
It's your opinion.
In the
Yeah, yeah.
Invincible era, in the Invincible era, he definitely should have won one. 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's your
and by
opinion.
the way, he did get cheesed out of the whole final. That was bullshit. But still,
Yeah. It's your opinion. If you want Klopp,
Officially.
who's fourth for you?
I think
fourth,
Ancelotti.
I'd
has to
agree.
be.
Ancelotti has to be fourth,
Ancelotti.
and then I
I
would go
think
fifth.
potentially Ancelotti could be above Mourinho.
Nah,
Not for
Porto
me.
Champions League. Porto
Yeah,
Champions
I think
League.
Mourinho tops
Also
that.
champions, but then for Ancelotti, he's won the league in 5 different countries.
Right, okay,
Right.
here's a question. Pick that, yeah, I was going to say, like, pick that top
true.
5 and don't base it on their achievements. Base it on that manager's biggest achievement and make that the top 5. Does that make
Then
sense?
Wenger would be number 1 then.
Well,
No.
What?
The
In
treble-
terms of-
Invincibles is
it's
so
going to be
overrated.
it's going to be the treble.
Get away.
I was going to say, but
treble-
then
treble then.
Mourinho winning it with Porto, as you said with Porto. Do you know what I mean? Would that not change it at all?
Well, then Mourinho would just be
What's yours,
top.
Amir? What's your top 5?
I agree with yours. I would actually put Pep number 1 for me.
But
Okay.
but
No, I
everyone
want to
of
hear
all
his.
5 of
I want to
mine.
hear.
I'd,
I want
I'd
to
put
hear it.
Pep 1, Sir Alex Ferguson 2nd, and then I'd probably put Ancelotti 3rd,
Okay,
Okay.
And
but
then-
4th and 5th.
Jose 4th, and then 5th. I'm torn between Klopp and Wenger. I think I'll probably go Wenger based on just longevity, and I guess he did change
Top
the
bloke.
way with the diets. He brought the diet and stuff, so he did
It's
change.
not validation.
Yeah, I'm Chavez. Dan.
Go on, Chavez.
Once Klopp's career is done, it will be Klopp.
No. Chavez is done here. Chavez is Alex,
Come
Pep,
on, Dan, quick.
Mourinho, and
No, yeah, no,
Ancelotti.
yeah, I agree with Elliot. Apart from, I'll probably put Pep first.
Okay.
So that wraps us up for this week, I suppose. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next week when Chelsea are out of both domestic cup competitions.